I'm collecting my thoughts right now because of how angry I am. So I'll ask your forbearance as some of that might show through. Last night at 11:31, our officers responded to reports of shootings that they could hear over there at the corner of 5th and Commerce Streets. As a result of this incident, we now presently have 14 confirmed total victims of this shooting. Of those 14 confirmed victims, 2 are deceased. 2 are no longer with us. "17-year-old Jeremiah Morris is unfortunately no longer with us. 43-year-old Shalonda Williams is no longer with us, both deceased from this incident. And of course, as I stated, there was 14 total victims. These 2 were among them. So of course, my feelings of anger and my heart is out there for their families. 5 of the victims have now life-threatening injuries. That's where we are presently. 5 have life-threatening injuries. 7 have non-life-threatening injuries. Breakdown of this bothers me, and every victim bothers me. I take it very personally. But this is of note. 7 of the victims are under the age of 20. The youngest of these victims is 16 years old. We know there are multiple calibers of ammunition used in this incident. We recovered multiple shell casings from multiple different weapons. We also recovered multiple weapons from the scene of this incident. We know that at least 2 of the victims, 2 of these 14 people, were armed in this incident. This started as a result of an individual, one of these 14, who we believe was targeted, in which basically an exchange of gunfire erupted. When that exchange erupted, multiple people in the crowd, this was a crowded area, pulled their own weapons and started discharging. Now, as you can imagine, that could be a very chaotic situation, and every weapon has to be accounted for, and every piece of evidence has to be processed. Now, one thing I want to make perfectly clear, we are bringing every resource to bear. I've been in communication with multiple federal agencies, from the ATF to the FBI to the U.S. Attorney's Office. I've been in communication with U.S. Marshals. My officers have been in communication with the Alabama Fusion Center. I've been in communication with Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. I've been in communication with Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. And of course, we've been in communication with the Montgomery County DA's office as well. I'm making this clear because every one of these agencies stands with us and is working with us to pursue the individuals responsible. Now, one thing I want to make clear too is that purposefully I will not release any information that I believe will compromise this investigation. So when we do open it up, I will answer questions as well as I can, but I want people to understand this investigation we are laser focused on, and we are not going to let anything distract us from going after the individuals responsible. I've been in communication with Crime Stoppers, and one thing I want people to be aware of, if anybody has any information, You have a responsibility for this community and to help the people in this community to give that information to us. And I would ask people to call Crime Stoppers at 215-STOP. That's an area code 334. The number actually is 215-7867. They are offering a $5,000 reward to any information that leads to an arrest in this case. Now, we have been questioning multiple individuals in relation to this case as we piece this together, because we really have to reconstruct it to know exactly what took place and to make sure that appropriate charges are brought when we make the charges. But I cannot emphasize enough that we will pursue every avenue available to us, and we're doing it unceaselessly. Never ceasing. All of us have been up for hours and hours and hours, and I will tell you, we are not going to stop until we get this case solved. If anybody has any video information or videos they believe that they have taken that will help us in this investigation, I'm going to give you all an email address. It's spelled starcenter@montgomeryal.gov. Again, that is starcenter@montgomeryal.gov. My personal opinion is this was very, very much preventable, because individuals who pulled the trigger are responsible for this. They carried those weapons into this crowd, and at any time they could have walked away from this or walked away from whatever was happening, but they did not. And a bullet